Hello, welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Dancing Gnome Brewing Company out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. But this isn't just by Dancing Gnome, it's a collaboration with Equilibrium Brewing Company. This is a triple IPA collaboration between these two. It's called, it's hard to see on the can, it's called Mermaid's Kiss. And it is 11.0 ABV. And yeah, there's no other information on the can, but I have heard from people who have had this. It said it was really good. So I'm going to crack it open and see what we got. Before I do that real quick, though, I actually just learned that Equilibrium is now going to be distributing in Charlotte, which is interesting because I didn't think that they distributed it at all. But if they're sending cans here, I imagine they do distribute. Usually you just don't see these breweries that make all these like haze cans and stuff distribute very far, so it's interesting, but I have had some good things from Equilibrium. Good pour. So just recently I had the collaboration between Dancing Gnome and Resident Culture, which is the 12% triple IPA. I thought for a 12% IPA it was really good, but it was just a bit much to get through a whole can of it. I'm hoping that this might be slightly more drinkable, given it's 11 instead of 12, but we'll see. I can smell this from here, which is awesome. You can see it's really, really hazy, darker golden color, nice fluffy white head that's just sticking around. There's a little bit of an oniony, garlicky character. Same thing that I got in the Resident Culture one. I am getting some like overripened pineapple for sure. A little bit of like sweaty mosaic. I know it's similar to stuff I said in that one, but it honestly smells similar. There is some like underripened mango, like how it almost comes off as piney sometimes. It's almost like stinging nostrils. I will say I'm not getting any booze in the aroma though, so I guess that's a good thing. So, this one isn't quite as sweet as the Dancing or the Resident Culture collab, but that one they had specific intentions for, so I think that's why it was what it was. This one is more bitter though, so I guess to me it's a trade-off. I guess it depends what you like. This one is more oniony in the flavor too. There's some orange and a little bit of coconut too, which I'm wondering. I've been getting coconut in IPAs recently. I think it's from Sabra hops. I think is usually coconutty. But this one finishes with like a pretty strong bitterness. Whereas in the other one was sweeter, but I think that sweetness balanced out the bitterness. It is pretty juicy, but it's also, excuse me, abrasive. So, really, really well made IPAs don't have to sacrifice one for the other. They find a way to make it be balanced, or you only get the good and not the bad, one or the other. It has a pretty strong burn on the back of the tongue. And I'm kind of struggling to pick up what it is. If it's from the booze, or if it's from the bitterness, or a combination of the two. I'm guessing it's probably that combination of the two. But to me, this beer is just coming off as one of those ones that I guess some people can, block out the bad things that, to me, make it hard to drink, because they're so abrasive and big, to a point where they're not, like, very drinkable at all, and to get the good stuff. But to me, you shouldn't have to sacrifice the good, or you shouldn't have to take the bad to get the good. And I kind of feel the same way about a lot of lambics, really, too. Like, and that's why the really good American wild ales I like better than any lambic I've ever had, because to me, even the best lambics are usually almost too acidic for me, and a lot of times they have that, like, burnt rubber character that is just tough to get past. And I always ask people, like, are you not picking that up? Why am I getting it? And they're like, oh, well, I am, but there's so much other good stuff going on that I kind of block it out. But for whatever reason, I can't do that. I mean, there's enough good stuff where I still enjoy the drink, but it's never going to be to the point where I, like, prefer it over something else that I think is better. And this goes hand in hand with that. I still think it's a good beer, overall. It's not easy making an 11% IPA. I understand that. But why do you need to make an 11% IPA to begin with? Like, I would rather just have an easy drinking beer in general. Maybe that's just me changing. Everyone's palate changes or whatever, but I am slowly, well, I don't even know if it's slowly anymore. It might be consistently or quickly have been moving from, oh, I want something big and in your face, to I just want something that's clean, easy to drink. I don't have to think about it, and I can just crush it all day. Like, that's what I want. Now, granted, that doesn't mean that I don't like, there's some really big boozy beers that I like, but I like ones that are really balanced, where I feel like I wouldn't mind having a second. Like, the only reason I'm not having a second one is because of the booze, not because it tastes super boozy, or it's too sweet, or it's too bitter. Like, I don't want those to be the reasons I don't have another one. I want the only reason to be that the alcohol that in it is gonna, be too much. I don't want there to be a flavor that's so overwhelming that I can't have a second one. But a lot of beers are like that these days, and I'm just not really seeking them out. Yeah, so on this one, I'm just gonna give this one a drink. I'll finish the rest of it, but I don't know. To me, it's just too green, and it's so strong that, to me, it almost has to be like a Resident Culture beer, that because it's so strong, everything else has to be super balanced for it to really work and for me to want to drink it again. And this really isn't balanced. It's pretty boozy, but it's also, like, over the top bitter and just not balanced. So I don't know. I would not buy this again. I'll drink it now. It's fine to drink, but I would not buy this again. I think that's all I got in this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.